beautiful day in Pennsylvania. It's 7:14 a.m. We have very light snow flurries here in Driftwood, Pennsylvania. And today we are going to do a little up and down in time challenge. So I've just tried to send a text to my friend Nyla to tell her where I'm going today and that she should hear from me by 5 o'clock, which is just under 10 hours from now. So we have an ambitious hike today. We have a certain destination in mind, but if we don't actually get there by a certain time, then we're going to have to turn around and come back to make sure that we get back here where Nyla can hear from us. Now, what I didn't anticipate is phone service seems to be a problem here. So when I tried to send my text, it said, pending, your message can't currently be sent. It'll be sent when, phone service returns. So I have full bars, but apparently there's something I'm missing. I don't know if my service provider doesn't cover this area or exactly what it is. And I'm hoping that between here and the state park, which is about a half hour away, that somewhere in there, phone service will allow that message to be sent. Okay, update. Just about 10 minutes later, and in the next town over, Cinemahoning, Pennsylvania, I noticed that the message sent right here next to the tavern. So that means when we return, we should try to get here to the tavern and call Nyla from here so that, while we have phone service, so there's not a delay. And she says, okay, have a good hike. All right, so here we go now to Kettle Creek State Park. Morning, fella. I'm not a hunter. All right, it's 8:07 a.m. and it's 34 degrees. And today we have an up and back in time challenge. So we are at the Donut Hole Trail parking area, and here it says Donut Hole Trail high water crossing is down that way. So we're going to try going down there, and we want to take the Donut Hole Trail up to something called the Kettle Creek Vista and then come back. Now, one challenge today is that we're at about 800 feet elevation, and we're going to be going up to 2,200 feet and then back down. So ascending 1,400 feet in elevation, and we need to get to Kettle Creek Vista by a certain time. So we need to get back to the tavern at Cinemahoning by 5 o'clock to call Nyla and let her know that we're done and everything's okay. And she received the text at 7:22 a.m. So from 7:22 to 5 o'clock, the midpoint in time is 12:11 p.m. And so we need to make sure that by a certain time, if we haven't made it to Kettle Creek Vista, that we turn around and come back so that we can get back there in time. Now, I don't like cutting things close. I don't like being rushed. And also, choosing 12:11 as the turnaround time assumes that we'll be able to get back there in the same amount of time or less than it took to get wherever we are. That's not a safe assumption. So we're going to leave a half-hour buffer, and we'll make 11:41 the turnaround time. So if we haven't made the Kettle Creek Vista by then, bummer. If we make it to Kettle Creek Vista in time, what kind of a reward should we have? If we make it up the Donut Hole Trail to Kettle Creek Vista in time, what would be a nice treat? What could we do to reward ourselves? I just don't know. Donut holes? Donut holes. So those will be in the food bag, and we get those as a reward if we make it to Kettle Creek Vista. If not, then we don't get to eat them. Today, anyway. We'll probably eat them tomorrow for some other reason. But all right, so what do we have in the food bag? Speaking of food, well, I'll run down other stuff later, but right now we're going to get some Thai sweet chili going for some cold soaking.